Okay, in column addition is an algorithm. An algorithm is a process of doing something. So it's not like our other strategies where you have to think and use your brain to understand what's happening. An algorithm is just a process you follow. You do one thing, then another, then another. It's a bit like what Google does when you run a search. It just runs a whole load of computer code in the background, and an algorithm is just like doing a code. Okay. So this one is called column addition, and it's when you get bigger numbers that you need to add together. Now this example here is not particularly good because it would be much easier to actually use a strategy and just add on 900 and then take away 3. But ignoring that, here's how you do it using column addition. First of all, you lay out the numbers a little bit differently than normal. You lay them out in what's called columns. That's why it's called column addition. It's very important in column addition. In fact, it's absolutely essential that you put the right place value over the right place value. So here we've got thousands, so we put thousands here. This number's got no thousands, so there's nothing there. This number has got 600s, and this number has got 800s, so we line up the hundreds. Okay, this number has 3 tens and 9 tens, so we line up the tens, and this number has 4 ones and 7 ones, so we line up the ones. You have to do that. You have to line up ones over ones, tens over tens, hundreds over hundreds, thousands over thousands, 10,000s over 10,000s, etc., etc. Okay? So, once you've lined them up, then you just add them. In this case, we've got 7 and 4. 7 and 4 is 11. Now, we can't write 11 in the ones column, okay, because 11 is made up of a 10 and a 1, isn't it? 11 is 1 10 and 1 1, 11. So we just write it in a strange way. We put the tens over in the tens column, there's the 1 10, and we put the ones in the ones column, there's the 1. So I've written the number 11, okay, but it just looks a bit strange because I haven't written it there. I haven't written 11 there. The reason is because I need that space in a minute because I need to add these tens together. I'm going to write the answer in that space. So I don't take up that space with my 110. I just record it down the bottom. So I know I've got a 10. There it is. It's in the tens column. It's just written down the bottom and I'll use it in a minute. Next I add up 9 and 3. Well, 9 and 3 is 12. So there's 12 tens because this is the tens, remember? But oops, hold on a second. I've also got that other 10 from the 11. So it's 12 tens here, and another 1 is 13 tens. So there's 13 tens in this column. Now I can't put 13 down the bottom here because you can only put one digit in each place. So how am I going to write 13 tens? Just like I did with the 11. I put the 1 part of 13 over here, and I put the 3 part in there. So there's my 13 tens. Okay, I've written 13. I've just written it in a strange way. I can't write it there, 13, because I'm going to need this space in a minute when I add 6 and 8 together, just like I needed that space to write the 3 in. Okay, so I have this space here, but I have recorded that it's 13. I've just written the 1 across here. Okay, next we do 6 and 8. 6 and 8 is 14, and this one here is 15, and I can write 15 in there by doing the 1 over here, and the 5 goes in there. There's the 5, there's 15. And now add up the thousands. I've got 1,000 here, and I've got 1,000 down here. So I've now got 2,000s. So my answer is 2,531. And to check it, let's just use that superglue strategy. So we add on 900, which would be 2,534. And then take off 3, which would be 2,531, 2531. So we can actually use a mental strategy to check our column addition. Okay. The other time column addition is used is when there's lots of numbers you've got to add up. Okay, and it starts to get a bit tricky to do those with a mental strategy. So once you've got 3 or more numbers, especially if they're quite big numbers, column addition is the way to go. And then you work it exactly the same as we did over here. We line up the ones, the tens, the hundreds, and the thousands, and then we're just going to add up the columns 1 column at a time. So 8 plus 9 is 17, and 5 more is 22. So I have to write that 22 in a strange way. I write the 20 part there, and the 2 part there. Because you can't write 22 in there, and I can't take up that space because I'm going to need it. So I've still written 22, I've just written it in a weird way. 3 and 6 is 9, another 4 is 13, and 2 more is 15. So I write 15 in, but I write it in a strange way. I put the 1 over under the hundreds and the 5 under the tens. There's my 15. 2 and 1 is 3, another 3 is 6, another 1 is 7. So that one I can just write in as 7. Don't need to write anything over here because it's just 7. And 2 plus nothing is just going to be 2. So our answer is 2,752. Okay, so that's column addition.